Hey everybody, happy Monday. Thanks for joining us here on Northern Life. Me and my girlfriend Kayla have been having a very serious conversation recently. And it has to do with a lot of folks at home know, and you both know, that on December 31st, 2024 was the last time that we ate fast food.
Oh,
it's been a long time
sure.
since then.
Yeah.
Since then, last week, the snack wrap came back to McDonald's.
Oh, no.
One of my favorite things. I know, Ryan, it's your favorite thing on the planet.
Yeah.
We've been having very serious conversations about breaking that and whether we should just break it all together or just do a pause for the snack wrap or just not hope that it's still there by the end of the year. I don't know. What do you
You've
two
made
say?
it so far.
Right?
Yeah.
We're halfway through.
I think the snack wrap should hopefully be there in 2026.
You
I
think
would
so?
assume so. You know, you got a good thing going. I remember I had a New Year's resolution one time where I decided to give up pizza for the entire year.
Yeah.
And man, I got to July about it, and I had
did?
a buffalo chicken pizza at a bar, and it was maybe the greatest thing I've ever had. But you know, I was upset that I broke that streak. So you know, like I said, you got a good thing going.
Here's what you should do. Go home, grill up a piece of chicken, just roll it up in a tortilla and put some stuff
Cheese,
inside.
lettuce?
Your brain will think it's a snack, right?
But when Ronald McDonald makes it, it's just a totally different experience, isn't it?
Put a big old M on it, or
Brand it, whatever.
yeah, have Kayla stand out in the driveway and you roll the car in. Give her your credit card.
That's genius.
Yeah.
We got ways to go around this,
Yeah.
work around it. Okay.
All right. Well, we'll be
I
curious to
appreciate
see if you're able to hang tight.
Crossing my
Yeah.
fingers. We'll see what happens.
Well, we're celebrating a fresh start on this Monday, but sadly, we are saying goodbye to a new friend. That is because our big, beautiful duck in Canal Park now off to a new home. We hope everybody had the chance to come down to the Tall Ships Festival and see the big bathtub companion down here in Canal Park the other day. I got to go down on, I think it was Thursday night, and man, that duck, quite large.
Yeah.
How many Ryans tall do you think that duck is?
Man, you
What
know,
are you, 6
probably
feet?
at least two.
At
It was
least
at
two.
least two.
According to this picture, yeah, if you put another one of you on top of the other one. But I think it's like a 61-foot tall duck, so that where you're 6 feet
Yeah,
tall.
it's like 10 of me. Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. Okay.
Wow.
That's
Yeah.
wild.
That's a lot of me's.
Can't we
Yeah.
do a live show on top of the duck at some point in time? Wouldn't that be cool?
That'd be so cool.
I'd love to do that.
We could be the first to do so.
Yes.
It could be pretty fun. I'd be worried about like how much
Yeah.
waving would be going on.
Might be a little tough. Well, hey, that was a great sight, seeing the duck. Also a great sight, Briggs, your wonderful son Wells, already growing up very fast, and now a new photo showing off maybe a new summer look that he's rocking. I could see Wells, you know, taking a few calls on the golf course discussing business in the
Right?
future.
I'm sorry. Was he 8 months going on 18?
Seriously. Every time I see a picture of Wells, it looks like he's 5 beers deep into the afternoon. Look at him.
man.
It's awesome. He's all disheveled. He's got his business watch on him.
Yeah, he's looking pretty fly, you could
Yeah.
say, with the sunglasses, the Apple Watch, just ready to do some business.
Yeah.
He's
love
ready
it.
to go. Yeah.
Yeah, our director Shania is saying his belly's sticking out a little bit, you know, just like one of us.
Exactly. That's me on a Saturday afternoon
Yeah.
right there.
Well, coming up on today's show, we're going to be joined by two wonderful members of the Moose Lake community. That's because the city is getting ready to host Agate Days this coming weekend, along with their delicious Brewfest 2025 gathering as well. So we're going to talk about all of that later here on Northern Life. I always get, when I see that video of people rushing into the
Yeah.
street to grab all the agates out of the rock pile. Oh, that looks like such a fun event. I got to go
So cool.
sometime. Yeah, well, Hunter, it's going to be a fun few weeks for you here coming up because you're going to be on the morning show after Tony Nargi left
Yes.
for his new opportunity. So are you ready for that?
Always, you know, it's always nice to go back for a little bit. I'm looking at the positive this time, you know? It's going to be nice to end at like 11, 12 o'clock.
That is true.
Have a full day to do stuff. Obviously what is this picture from?
I
by the
found
way?
that I tried to go as far back on your professional profile as I could, so that's from December 2020.
Oh my gosh. Look, no beard Hunter with the short hair. What a stud back then.
17 degrees.
Right? Yeah. Don't want to go back to that temperature. But yeah, you know, it's going to be nice. It's always nice to go back for a little bit. I think it should be about 3 weeks that I'm back, and then then we'll have our new meteorologist to be named here in a little bit. We'll be back, and we'll be training him in, and he'll be taking over hopefully early August.
Nice.
So knock on wood that can all happen. And it's like I said, good to go back for a little bit. It'll be nice to get back to my normal
Yeah,
schedule.
hanging out with Sydney and Madison on the morning
Yes.
show. Should be a good time. So be sure to tune in 5 to 7 a.m. Well, guess what? We are inching closer to the Great Minnesota Get Together, and while it is super great, is it the best fair in the nation? According to a new ongoing poll from USA Today, viewers, or readers rather that is, say Iowa currently in first place over Minnesota. So you know what you're going to do. You're going to go to usatoday.com. You're going to want to find their 10 best section of their website, and you're going to want to vote, which ends on July 28th, and that winner will be announced on August 6th.
Huh. Yeah.
I find that interesting. I'm going to also take a little positive spin on this and kind of negative.
Wow.
Minnesota has
Mr.
so many
Positive.
good things going for it. What does Iowa have? They don't have. If they have
Where's
the
the
best,
positivity?
Minnesota is very
Oh,
positive.
the
It's a good
positivity
area.
was about Minnesota,
Yes,
not Iowa.
No. But
Gotcha.
Iowa doesn't really have much going for it.
Iowa has the Field of Dreams.
Oh, sure.
Corn. A lot
Yeah.
of corn.
I just feel like if we got rid of Iowa, like there wouldn't be much.
We annexed
If we
Iowa.
annexed Iowa, there wouldn't be much of a pushback. Or
Hopefully
anything.
nobody's watching us from the, what do they call it, the Quad Cities down there? in
Yes.
Iowa? Yeah. Des Moines, I do like Des Moines.
Sure.
Des Moines, very nice.
Yeah, the only 4 cities in the state. Is that what it is?
I bet to Dubuque.
Oh,
Sounds
sure.
a lot like
Dubuque.
Duluth. Yeah, people
Yeah.
get that confused.
Also sounds like puke a little bit. You know?
Is that where Luther College is? Is that in
I
Dubuque,
think
Iowa?
so.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah. Huh. Well, I've never been to the Iowa State Fair, but I guarantee you, Minnesota's is better.
Maybe we'll find some qualities for Tuesday's show.
There we go.
Yeah.
Let's talk about a big win for Wisconsin. This has to be one of the strangest competitions in the world. Finland just held the annual wife carrying contest, and a pair from the Badger State has actually become the first American couple to take home the win. That is interesting. Wisconsin's Caleb and Justine Rosler clocked a new course record over there. As for a grand prize, they're going to take home Justine's weight in beer.
That's
Wow.
awesome.
That's kind of a cool grand prize.
It is.
is.
You got to jump over things too. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
You and Matt need to sign up for this.
Oh
Briggs.
gosh, yeah, that, no thank you.
Talk about a lot of difficult conversations or discussions that could happen after that race.
Right? Oh my god.
Especially if said wife falls off.
You dropped me.
We'll still had a studio conversation talking about the return of Agate Days, Art in the Park, and Brew Fest in Moose Lake. We'll see you in a bit. Welcome back, everybody. Let's take you down to the beautiful city of Moose Lake, Minnesota, also known as the Agate Capital of the World. The community coming alive this summer with their annual Agate Days Festival, also Brew Fest going on. And here with us to highlight all of the events coming up on that weekend are Michelle Anderson and John Lund. Both appreciate you being here with us today. Let's start with Agate Days. For those who don't know, what is Agate Days? It's obviously such a big event for the city.
Agate Days this is the 56th annual Agate Days for Moose Lake. And it's a weekend packed with exciting happenings in Moose Lake. We have the Gem and Mineral Show. The Carleton County Gem and Mineral Club have a Gem and Mineral Show with tons of vendors, indoors and outdoors, food trucks, and there's a fun kids dig. Arrowhead Lane Pet Clinic sponsors that, and kids can go in this big sand pit and dig around, and lots of fun and lots of educational happenings too. If you want to learn about agates, that's great.
Great things for everybody. But also, why is Moose Lake, Minnesota, how did they get the title of Agate Capital of the World?
Well, it happened a long time ago. It's been going on for years.
Sure.
Well, the largest Lake Superior agate was found in Moose Lake, right? The town just on
And
the
it's
other
still
side
in
of the
Moose Lake,
It's still
correct?
in Moose Lake,
Gotcha.
correct. So that's hence the agate capital of the world.
And you show off the title, you're proud of that title, I would assume.
Yes, definitely.
Awesome. And one of the most amazing sights, too, the events that's coming up, is the Agate Stampede. I've seen videos of this. How did that event come to be? Because it is quite a sight to see.
Well, it started with, we call it the Clark Olson Lauer Agate Stampede. Those are the 3 founders of it. And with the Carleton County Gem and Mineral Club are the ones that made this start to happen. And there is 2 dump trucks filled with gravel, 400 pounds of agates, $400 to $500 worth of coins,
Wow.
all mixed in it. They call salting the agates when they put the coin, or salting the gravel when they put the agates and the coins
Sure.
in there. And everybody lines up on the street. The siren blares, and everyone, it's a mad dash of finders keepers.
It's almost kind of like when they throw candy off the parade floats during 4th of July. And speaking of the 4th of July, we were talking about this beforehand. 4th of July, busy down in Moose Lake, Minnesota. Obviously a special time for your community, but what makes Agate Days such a special moment for your area?
I would say the Stampede. There's nothing like it. I
Right.
mean, the rush when they say go, it's just it's like a shark feed. It's incredible. And seeing the kids in there, finding the agates, finding the silver dollars, it's pretty cool. So.
And then obviously such a special time for residents of Moose Lake, maybe visitors to Moose Lake. How does the weekend benefit the city and maybe your surrounding region and your residents there?
Well, it's the busiest weekend in Moose Lake, and so there's an impact with hotels and retail and restaurants. So it has a big economic impact directly in the city. But there's also other events besides the Stampede and the Gem and Mineral Show. We have Art in the Park, which is down in the city park on that Saturday, and there's typically about 100 vendors or so down there. So there's just a lot going on in addition to the Agate Days and the Agate Stampedes.
Sure. And any new attractions or changes this year? Maybe it's something that happened last year, like we got to bring that back, or maybe something new for families out there?
Well, at the Gem and Mineral Show at the First National Bank Arena, they are doing some fun things after the Stampede. And so when everyone comes back to that show after the Stampede, there'll be drawings and fun stuff. But again, in the morning, on Saturday morning, Moose Lake Covenant Church will have a pancake breakfast at the pavilion at the city park.
Nice.
And let's see, and John mentioned Art in the Park. There's American Legion has bingo in the park, food trucks down in the park too.
And then I'd be remiss if I didn't mention the fire department has a steak fry at 4
Oh.
p.m. It's a great fundraiser for them. Look forward to it all year. So definitely a way to cap off the day is go do the Stampede, Art in the Park, and then have a nice steak dinner afterwards.
Sounds like
Yes.
such a wonderful weekend. Here's a question for the two of you. Obviously, both prominent residents, members of the Moose Lake area and community. What makes Moose Lake so special? Why is it such a special Northland city?
I would say it just has that small town atmosphere. And there's nothing like it having the lake in town, and we'll get to this in a little bit, but the Brew Fest is there, and we have a little brewery that's been very active in the community. And so for people coming through town, it's a nice little stop, and you feel like you're at home.
Michelle, how about you?
Absolutely. Anything from shopping, we have, even a great grocery store, KJ's Fresh Market. John mentioned the Moose Lake Brewing Company, Lake House Gifts and Goods. There's just so many fun businesses to see as you start traveling down the main road. And then we've got a really beautiful downtown Moose Lake with the historic Lake Theater. That's just really fun to catch a movie there if you haven't. And our Chamber of Commerce office is just, we're so helpful there. We have junior ambassadors, we have high school students that we mentor and get them ready with workforce development, and it's a great group.
Fantastic.
And if you come visit the chamber office, you get to pick out a free agate to take home.
Nothing better than that. Well, hey, Agate Days is a must-see, and if you're planning to attend, it's July 19th and the 20th. Michelle and John are going to stick around after the break talking about more fun coming to Moose Lake. Welcome back, everybody. Still joined here by Michelle Anderson and John Lund talking about Moose Lake. During the commercial break, too, you forgot to talk about how wonderful the trails are down there in Moose Lake.
Yeah, there's a ton of trails to go biking, walking. There's both paved trails, there's also woodland trails. I just walked around the lake last night and it was fantastic. The scenery is phenomenal. So it's a great area as far as, getting outdoors and doing activities. Plus, there's a bunch of lakes around there. So that brings everything, pontoon, fishing, jet skis, all that fun stuff.
Nothing but good things down there in Moose Lake. So along with the Agate Day festivities, John, you're on the committee for Brewfest 2025. Yes. Hunter and I have actually had the chance to go down to Moose Lake Brewing there in Moose Lake. A fantastic place right on the water too, which is beautiful. What goes into Brewfest 2025? I know these sounds like you have a lot of partners involved.
Yes, Michelle does a lot of work on this, but yeah, we reach out to breweries, and not just breweries, we have some distilleries coming as well.
Nice.
So if you're not just strictly a beer drinker, we have some other options that you'll have there. But there's a lot of work reaching out to them. Then set up will be, it'll be fun Saturday morning. We'll be putting up all those tents, and I'll be working the impact drill. So there's a lot of work, a lot of coordination. Plus, we have a lot of volunteers that make this happen. We couldn't do it without the volunteers.
And then it sounds like unlimited samples, I'm hearing.
Correct. So after you've experienced Agate Days, Art in the Park, Gem and Mineral Show, maybe have that steak at the fire department, come on down to the Brew Fest at 5 o'clock, and then unlimited samples and taste what the area has to offer.
Oh, it's going to be so good. And then, as someone, this is kind of my job to do the research and look at the information you guys have before you come here on the show. And there is so much going on this weekend of events. What does it take to coordinate all of this? It's got to take so much hard work, effort, and communication to make it happen.
You're right. I think you've hit on all the main points: teamwork, collaboration, and just people love to come back and do the Brew Fest, the vendors. We just are so grateful for that.
Yeah, we've had feedback from vendors that this is one of their favorite Brew Fests because they really get to interact with the people too. So it's on a little smaller scale than something that's at Bayfront, but again, it kind of gets to that small town feel.
Any recommendations for folks? I'm sure it's just jam-packed down there in Moose Lake when it comes to parking or getting in and out of town successfully with all these festivities.
Yep, we have on Saturday of Agate Days, we have Arrowhead Transit. We have a whole parking system mapped out, and so it makes parking easy. It's pretty easy to find parking, especially if you use an outer lot or something. There's just so many helpful people around to direct.
Awesome. And while we're talking about the weekend, since you're both with the chamber, do work for the chamber as well, what other future fun is on the horizon for the great city of Moose Lake?
Great question. We have our Nine and Dine golf tournament coming up at Moose Lake Golf Club. That's already sold out. It's a 9-hole tournament, but it's just really fun for local businesses. It's a great fundraiser for the chamber. Then we have our annual raffle. You can buy tickets, stop at the chamber office, and we have our, let's see, what was
The Adventure Bingo.
Adventure Bingo coming up too. That's
like
a
the
new
sound of
event
that.
for us. The prizes are going to be more vacation-related prizes.
Good stuff.
Activities, so it'll be fun.
It's good news. Well, hey, Michelle Anderson and John Lund, appreciate you both being here with us from the great city of Moose Lake. So much fun to be had coming up on the 19th and 20th. Find that info at mooselakechamber.com.
Before we go, we've been enjoying some beautiful summer days this season in Duluth, and we have the sun to thank for that.
Thank you, son.
Yeah, thank you. And now we're seeing some incredible images of the sun thanks to NASA. These images were taken about 3.8 million miles from the solar surface. That's the closest any probe has ever gotten to the sun. The new close-ups show the solar wind and a constant stream of electrically charged particles. Scientists say the photos may help them understand the mysteries of the solar wind and its impact here on Earth. So that is something to see. Very cool.
Right there is what creates our northern lights. That's the coronal mass ejection that goes into Earth and then it interacts with our atmosphere. And that's a very cool image right there.
Yeah.
Amazing. 3.8 million miles away, and it was that close.
Yes.
Yeah. Technology's cool. And a reminder, be sure to join us tomorrow. We have another great blindfold to share. This one on the water. We're kayaking with Day Tripper of Duluth, getting to view our beautiful city on the hill along the surface and the waves of our harbor.
Totally
Yeah.
new perspective of the city of Duluth right there. Beautiful.
It's tough doing these adventures sometimes too. Obviously, it's great doing these adventures, but I get done with that. I'm like, now I need to buy a tandem kayak with me and Mary. It's like the pocketbook's hurting after being exposed to all these wonderful things we have in the
Yes.
Northland. Yeah, Shania says wedding gift. We'll see about that. Thanks for joining us today. We love you.
We'll see you back here tomorrow. Have a great rest of your Monday.
Find some time to throw a line or just head outside to unwind. That's the life in the great North Woods. Hike or bike, whatever you like. Get out in the day, enjoy the night. Yeah, we got the life in the great North Woods. Yeah, we got the life in the great North Woods. Yeah, this is Northern Life.